Welcome to Disclosures with Peter the Insider and Jessica Arael Marrocco. The ACIO has a long history of helping humanity from the deep recesses of time. This is the first time the ACIO has become available to the public, aside from an earlier visitation by their 15th division, the Wingmakers. Peter the Insider, originally from Slovakia, is the director of their 12th division, and Jessica Arael Marrocco is in Cicada 3301, their 6th division. Together, they provide intel, insights on current events, a deeper perspective on aliens and UFOs, super soldier missions with Unit 374 in the Merge, and news relevant for disclosure. Don't forget to subscribe to keep updated with our latest intel and post any questions and comments below.
So today we do a private session with Peter and Jimi from Detroit. And for those of you who don't know, I started personally doing shows with Jimi in around 2018, and to date, it's been about 23 shows that we've done. So if anyone wants to do a deep dive into some of the discussions that we had to validate some of the things that, not to validate necessarily, but to explore some of the things that Peter said as opposed to what I said, and some very, very interesting details, especially regarding the androids that Peter had talked about. I kind of flipped back and forth where we were interacting with this android, and then Peter was talking about androids in Detroit, and I knew Jimi was in Detroit, so it makes for a very interesting conversation. But for those of you that have not been listening to the shows, over the years, or are new to the channel, you might, if you're interested and you want to do a deep dive, we have everything lined up over in YouTube, so you can review and watch some of the things, especially as things progressed and we started having the issues called the Wars of Nim. So here we go with Jimi's private session. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Yeah, I wasn't a good soldier.
Why?
They didn't like me. I was a rebel.
Sometimes once you say something what you think / how it really is and what they don't want to see, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Instead of obeying orders, I ask questions. They don't like that.
You don't need to tell me that. They don't like people who are asking questions.
Right.
I understand that. It's from obvious reasons, just by the way.
Yes.
From obvious reasons.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I got already your records from our database, and it's kind of extensive stuff.
Oh.
So first things first, we need to get and make extensive report from you being imprisoned in very high security clearance level facility deep down under the ocean.
Whoa.
Yeah. And they made you believe you was for 20 or 20, yeah, as you said, 22 months in, yeah, it is in here in records, in military. It's not true. It was much longer. Problem is, they made research, scientific research, illegal scientific research, let's say almost bordering with crimes against humanity, you know. I want to ask, sir, one thing. Did you read our stuff on our website, ACIO official, or not?
No, I've never been to your website.
Okay, so there is one important stuff you need to get, sir, is one thing. There is also called 20 and back program, aka time traveling program. We
Yes.
are calling it for our purposes 20 and back because you know in military is this phrase say if it is safe to do so. They are making 20-year steps, so as back to past to the future, then half steps, so 10 years, and quarter steps, 5 years. It can be extended by 10% if it is needed, but very high level with very high level of risk. That's a problem. And the thing is, you was multiple times re-aged and de-aged. De-aged means making you younger. Re-aged making you older for purpose, not for just some sort of random reason. And this is important for us. Being born in 1913, according here, the records here, in order to join Second World War. Okay? This is important.
Whoa.
And technically you was mechanic on highly classified engines. They were first American jet engines. They actually didn't exist in our timeline. We are calling it context of existence timeline, call it as you like, because it was in Second World War. This, let's say, some sort of parental company for CIA, you know, because CIA, as we know, was founded in our reality in 1947. They spied on Germans. The problem was never ever a Messerschmitt ME-262. Okay, we know what we are talking about. The problem was American jet engines, very early stage, you know, were extremely unreliable. They either like you can fly and you can go on stall speed and bam, problem, or they can explode and on and on and on and on. The situation was they sent you there and then somehow from the Pacific, this is okay, they understood the importance of jet engines in order to attack Zeros. You know, Mitsubishi A60, you know.
Japanese.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
A6M0, yeah. The situation is there was no such engine to make. And then suddenly it is written, then you can speak very good German, and you look like almost Nordic-ish type, like taller guy, pale skinned, blonde hair, blue eyes, blah blah blah. We know the rest of the story. And you infiltrated into a factory. And finally they got one. And it was Pratt & Whitney PW 600 HE, you know, that was the type. And thanks to that, you can overturn Zeros in the air combat, you know, thanks to that. The situation is why it was so important, because during these experiments, and it was the very first case, during de-aging you, what they made, you got ability to shapeshift.
Whoa.
AKA being the same person and on and on and on, same, but to look different. Absolutely different. Totally different. And that was a huge advantage. And that was the reason, main reason, how he was able to infiltrate the German factory. Because it was a military factory, it wasn't that kind of easy, you know. You need to have security clearance and on in order to go there. And despite the whole situation, in another reality, Americans needed to join the Nazis, if you like it or not. That we are talking about different reality, because without that, it will be total crap. It will be a death toll. Okay, in their reality, did you ever heard about Telemark, sir? Telemark.
What do you mean?
What it was about, Telemark and on during Second World War? It was very important for Germans. Telemark.
Oh, I never heard of it.
Okay, Telemark, sir, was the top secret laboratory for German atomic bomb.
Oh.
Research. Thing is, they didn't have enough resources, I mean finances, material resources and on, because they were deep down, you know, diving the whole pretty much, as I'm seeing, like German was a war machine, right? And it was suffering. In there, they completely defeated Soviet Union, and they got a vast amount of resources from there, including men as the soldiers. That's it. And in Telemark, they successfully built first atomic weapon. And it was like, you are idiots. You don't understand one thing. They got 10 times stronger atomic weapon than we are only tested. And they've got 20 of them. We only 2. Are you serious? They've got 10, approximately something. Let's say, let's call them little boy, some sort of like Hiroshima scenario, and they've got 10 times stronger like that, and they've got 10 of them. And let's say Fukushima sir. And let's say Nagasaki scenario, but 10 times stronger, and instead of 1, as you had, 10 of them. That was the problem. And it was like, we either need to join them or need to step out of fucking war. It is literally written here by you, because they will dump us. And it was as it was, pretty much. Another context of existence, another timeline, and other circumstances. It was as it was. And it was a different era. We are talking about 20th century, but early 20th century, 1910 till 1918. We are talking about that kind of period of time.
Is this Man in High Castle, the Telemark scenario?
Jessica, you are always focusing on US. We are talking worldwidely, okay?
You said that the US joined with the Nazis.
Yeah, but you are talking about Man in the High Castle. What was after Second World War? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's all I was asking. Yeah.
After. Because there was like only two options. 10 times, 10 bombs, so pretty much 100 times, do you know what I mean? Hiroshima, Nagasaki, or crap, we need to get the hell out of the fucking war. It's only two options. I mean, both of them crap, but it was as it was. Then, after that, they did not believe what was happening in extermination prison camps. Because technically you was the main engineer in one of the prison camps in Dachau. And because they've got those highly advanced technology for experimenting on people. And you literally said, I mean, you wrote that in this report that it was conditioned. Don't need to fight. You don't need to join, pretty much, the war. And this is condition to build the same type of prison camps in US. That was the condition. This is what literally you wrote here. That was the condition. And you need to give the best engineers and on and on and on from US to Hitler's test site. For example, Peenemünde. If you know V2, V2. Those rockets, pretty much, it was the basic of what's his name? Werner von Braun. He tested all the rockets for US.
Right.
Yeah. And in this small village, Peenemünde in Germany, it still exists till nowadays, and it was the test site for those rockets, Germans. We 1v2, but in German, normal V instead of W, normal V, you need to read it V in German. Different, different spelling system in German. And it was like, okay, if you don't want to fight, no problem. But you need to give us all the resources and all the best engineers. Otherwise, nuke bombs. And they've got crazy advanced technology, and they can do so. It is not like I like to read, but it is like in your extensive report. What you wrote from another, give me a second, from another reality. From another reality. You just continuously, periodically made those, how can I say it, reports. What happened in Germany and on and on. The situation kind of changed. And Hitler died, okay? And Hitler died. And Heydrich, who was ruler of, because I'm from Slovakia, okay? We as Czechoslovakia, we've been for 70 years like one state. We were splitted during war times. And Heydrich was a ruler, Nazi ruler for Czech Republic. And he was goddamn fucking crazy.
Are you talking
much
about
worse.
Himmler?
Much worse. Himmler, yes, but there were tensions. Yes, Himmler too, just by the way. But Himmler has another plans. Sorry, what?
What's the full name? Heydrich?
Reinhard Heydrich. Reinhard.
Oh.
The Himmler was about another stuff. Himmler was heavily concentrated on army, not on being some sort of ultra dictator, what so forth. At least in their reality. And believe me, he was crazy. Heydrich was crazy, absolutely crazy. And he still was in another reality, not in this reality too. Forget about that. The thing was, what the heck should we do? And after this event, because he died on cancer, Hitler, I'm talking about Hitler, the whole reality starts to crack, and there are no more records on that. And you somehow ended up in our normal reality, in a crazy, by the on hands of crazy experimental doctors. And I know, Jessica, Jessica, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, but
Brothers
also,
Vernitsky.
but
Yeah.
also Mengele too, right, Peter? Because we saw Mengele around him.
Yeah, give me a second. This is another story. The thing is, we believed that Vernitsky brothers, I think I should write it. No. Vernitsky brothers, Karl Rudolf and Wilhelm Vernitsky. W on the very first, Wilhelm Vernitsky. They were three brothers, first-handed cousins of Joseph Mengele. This is another problem, as we believed initially, and 1 second, for many years. And Mengele died. Nope. He was there in Mobius Research Center, and he experimented on you and made what is this, Jessica? You know what I mean? This needle to the, what is that?
Lobotomy?
A lobotomy, yeah.
Oh my
They
God.
made lobotomy. They made lobotomy through the nose on you. No, I mean nostrils. My bad.
Oh.
Nostrils. This is it, and this happened. Those time periods are kind of, I mean, we cannot say 100% what is true or what is not. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm, let's say, making things up. Problem is time-wise, because some times are way into the future and other ones into the past, and time, how can I say, the flow, the speed of time in another realities, context of existence, are not the same speed as ours. You need to consider that. It is very important factor you need to have in mind. It is very important factor. So the thing is, this should happen in 70s. Give me a second. I need to see that. I will tell you. Yeah, in 1973. But this is crap. Mengele shouldn't be that young. What? Mengele looks young. In his half 40s, late 40s. That's crap. This doesn't make any sense.
Do you want to know why?
And you was young too, so they made some sort of. Give me a second. I need to backtrack it, because you look in your half or first half of 20s. Give me a second. Yeah, but give me a second. This will actually fit your actual year and date of birth. Yeah, because 70s. Yeah, 73.
Yeah, I was 19.
Yeah, that will make sense. That will make sense.
And I was in Hawaii in the Army.
But give me a second. This is what I'm saying. Forget about what do you remember, Hawaii, Army. None of this is true. I will tell you why.
Oh.
Give me a second, sir. Sir, I will tell you.
Okay.
Because you can blink eye, and you will not believe how many, not days or weeks, months or years can fly away, and you will be not physically in this reality physically older in the first place, and in the second place, they can completely delete your memories and erase them like for good. Like I'm saying, like if you got some sort of device, computer or smartphone, and you will reset it to factory settings, you know, and they can insert fake memories. And now after years and after years and years, we'll be like, this doesn't make any sense. I should be. You mean like? Do you know what I mean? In the same in the certain years or months, and it's like, nah, I was there. And other people will say, no, you wasn't, and all kind of that stuff, you know. And you will finally realize. You will realize. That's it. This is. Oh my goodness. Okay, Jessica. Another time. Jessica, okay. Sir, did you ever heard about Project Ibis?
No.
Sir, this is important. Please try to remember. Please, sir.
Project Ibis?
Ibis as a bird. Ibis.
Bird. Ibis
Bird.
like a big bird, like a stork.
Oh.
Yeah. Ibis. Sir, you need to remember, please. You had the very high security clearance level, and you was there when the project was settled pretty much, and it was in early 50s, first half of 50. Give me a second, I need to. Actually, your actual date of birth. Not the date, my bad. Year of birth, sir.
Yes.
1953. It's. Please try to remember something. Maybe it can be like you was 19, you was 29, 39. Whoever cares, it doesn't matter, because they can manipulate the time. It's not a problem. The thing is, you need to remember. Okay. Group of scientists. Big oval shape table. Okay? You was there, and you've got this intuition, and you will say, who is ideal candidate for time traveling? You've got this ring on your ring finger, you know, but not being married. Specific finger. My bad. Specific ring on the finger, and just has pointing finger, and the ring finger was just slightly out of your wrist. And you've got some sort of snert eyes, once you will just get your glasses down, and you cannot see properly, so something like that. And there were many people, and you were saying like, okay, him, him not, and I was like, him. And it was like, oh, her, that's her. And it's like, oh, yeah, her. And it's like, not her. And give me a second. Oh, I need to. Okay, in the very end of the video, you selected 20 people. 20 people. They've been settling the whole project. And you've got some sort of, as people, they can, for example, know where is the water. They have this gift. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Natural gift. And you've got this gift, and once you are like, this is him or this is her, and this special ring start to rotate so fast that you've got it hurts you almost, and start to bleed. And it was that fast, and it was some sort of weird, because you said, hey friend, stop, I understand what you are saying. And this quote's friend was this ring on the ring finger and the whole kind of stuff. Sir, please, this is important. You can help us. Do you remember those names or faces of those scientists or not? Not at all.
No, I don't.
Jessica, they did goddamn good job on wiping James's memory. This is.
I've done hours of discussions with him, and this crazy stuff that comes up all the time.
I mean, James, sir,
Yeah.
please.
Yes.
This is important. Project Ibis is important. It messed up lives for so many people that if you will help us, it will be crazy good.
Well,
He
I'd
doesn't
love to
remember anything.
I'd love to help you, Peter, but you know, they wiped me clean. I don't remember any of this shit.
No. I don't want to push on you, but I'm just saying that what I am seeing is breakthrough in our whole, let's say, sessions of with another people with our research, because
Yeah.
Project Ibis is pain in the ass. It is ruining the whole people's lives.
He does. What we can tell you, Peter, is that he in was it 19? No, it was 2000. He had an encounter with a UFO.
2001, and
2000.
I will tell you why. In 2001, you was sent quotes back, and the question is back. I mean, the word. Give me a second. Is capitals back. What does it mean back? It looks like you are almost not human or something like that. We were about. Give me a second. I need to run. Oh my God, Jessica, this is not okay, sir.
Yes.
They wrote that they were about to send you back to reticuli. Try to guess where, who, Jessica, who lives in reticuli.
Zeta reticuli.
Bam, sir. Bingo.
He's not one of them.
Very bad. Zetas are very bad.
Yeah, but he's not one of them.
No, give me a second. I'm saying, give me a second. During the flight, they realized that they've got the wrong guy. Bam.
Yeah.
And it happened, can you remember, because it is written here, what? It should happen 2 weeks before attacks, 2001.
Oh.
You know attacks, you know, Jessica, 11, Sept 11.
Yes.
And during the flight there, they realized in the half of the flight that it's like, nah, we've got the wrong one, the wrong person.
Who was the one that sent him back?
Sorry, what?
Who sent him? Who was sending him back?
Give me a second. Back because they believe it's that
Who's
are
they?
ridiculous. The Zetas, Jessica, please, Zetas. They believe.
They
Sorry,
believe that the Zeta. No, you said that a group sent him back to Zeta Reticuli, but they found out he wasn't.
Zetas, okay, Zetas
So
believe.
Zetas took him, and then they were sending him back, and then they realized he wasn't one of them.
Back, it means to the planet system, okay?
I know,
Because
I understand.
I will tell you what was going on. There is a huge mothership, okay, and it can serve as, I don't know, for example, rest part on the highway, or for example, I don't know, like some sort of gas station, or if you have electric car, EV, like you can charge it and blah blah blah. And it was approximately in the very middle of the 48 or 7, almost 48% of the flight, you know, distance. The staff was okay. They realized, nah, we've got the wrong one. And it was another flight, to Zeta's flight to Earth. And this flight, this ship, they loaded you and they literally got you back to Earth. This is what is written here. I am not fabricating, I am not fabulating. I'm saying what is written here.
Are they still bothering him, the Zetas?
No.
Are you sure about that?
Give me a second. What? Why they still don't believe that? This is weird.
They want him for some reason?
Yeah, but so pretty much there is genetic mutations, or there are genetic mutations caused by those experiments in Mobius research systems. And they still believe that, the Zeta still believes, despite they pretty much took you away, they realized they've got wrong one, they still believes that you should be investigated and heavily surveillance for further and more proper examination. This is what is written here.
Are you saying that the Mobius maybe put some of their DNA into?
Not DNA, I don't know what. Because this is
something.
Give me a second. I need to. Oh man. Okay, thank you. Fine. Did you ever heard about a goose, sir? Goo.
Like
most commonly is black goo, but pretty much saying black goo, it's like saying like America is manufacturing only Fords, or I don't know, GMCs. They can be wide variety colors of the goo. It's some sort of gel matter, you know?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, this is it. And this gel matter is inside of your, pretty much all of your tissues, all of your cells and everything, you know. And they inserted that to you in a Monarch facility, because they transported you to Monarch facility in the 1963. But you should be 30 years old. But no matter that, because as I said, they can make crap with times. Don't mind that. They can do it.
You said Mobius first. Is it Mobius or Monarch that they did the experiment?
Give me a second. They Mobius transported
him over to Monarch.
To Monarch facility. This is it in 1963. This is it what I'm talking about. That's the main part of the problem. What bothers me, because being misused and tortured by one. Okay, my lab program, it's bad, but by two, it is full ass crap. I hate that.
So that means he has some attributes of the Zetas then. Is that what you're saying? Because of this?
Because they altered DNA in the first place. In the second place, add a lot of black goo. Give me a second, my bad. Red goo, black goo, you can safely remove. red goo, what wasn't actually red goo, it was yellow, yellow, I'm crazy, green goo, what turned into red goo in the body. I don't want to say it cannot be removed. It can be, but with very high level of risk of damaging the body.
Oh,
And especially being people 55, 60 plus, like real age, very high level of risk. I don't want to, if I know certain surgeons with, I mean, in our fields, if I will ask any one of them, all of them will say no. Believe me, 100%. They will say, nah, I don't want to kill this gentleman. No. Jeez, that's crap, Jessica. This is not okay.
Well, let's go back to some of the things that I've discovered with Jimi. So Jimi, do you want to explain a little bit of what happened when you had that abduction, or you don't recall it as an abduction, but you said you were walking to the store?
yes.
Yeah, go ahead and tell the story.
I was walking just not even a block to the store near my house. And before I got to the store, I was in the parking lot. I saw this light in the sky, and it looked like it was moving. It was a strange light, and it looked like it was moving towards me, but it was high up. And I just stood there and watched it, and it got closer and closer and closer. And then as I'm standing there, it filled the, once it got to me, it filled the sky. It looked it looked like fireworks in the sky, and it was making like crackling noises and stuff, and it was like just sitting in the sky right above me, and I'm looking at it with my eyes.
Sorry, sir. So some sort of hovercraft or something like that, or helicopters, let's
Well,
say.
Just a light.
I didn't know
It's
what
just
it was. It looked like it was a mass of fireworks in the sky, but it was as it turned out, it was like a ship, I guess, because it was all moving. It was all moving together.
Typical Zeta stuff. I will tell you, HFS. I need to write it here. HFS 32X. X is not, let's say, not X as a type, but X as a series type of crafts. Typical stuff. I know about it. It's nothing new. No problem. I know that.
And Jimi, you said that when you were walking, here you are in the city, and there were no cars. It wasn't that late at night. There were no cars, nobody walking around. Right?
Nobody in the parking lot. No cars that I saw. Nobody. I saw nobody around me at all.
Which was abnormal for a city.
Well, yeah, I think it was late at night, like maybe 11 or so.
But still, right? Yeah, but no cars.
So, yeah, there should have been somebody around coming in or out of the store or whatever. I didn't see
Or
anybody.
traffic, no traffic, nothing.
Right, I didn't see anybody. I was looking around.
Sir, this is typical. Sir, this is typical. They are choosing the circumstances. Like, where the heck are another people or cars or something? No, sir. This is typical for them. And not only for Zetas, for all of them. Like, there are no another witnesses. And they will say, he's fool, he's saying crap. This is absolutely normal. Sir, this is normal. This is normal.
He asked me about this, and I said, let me take a look at it. And I looked at it, and who's sitting in the front, in the not the driver's seat, but the passenger seat. It was Mengele. It was Mengele with somebody else, and he saw me. He saw me looking at him, and I said, "Oh shit!" And he went all the way down to my
dangerous situation, and I mean, believe me, very dangerous.
That's why remote viewing's dangerous. And so I looked. He saw me, and then all of a sudden, I saw him go all the way down into my childhood. And I'm like, I'm screwed. That's it,
Yeah.
It's too late.
But you also said that they held me for a period of time and were
They
looking,
owned him. Yeah, yeah.
and they had me like my arms in the air, and I don't know if they were experimenting on me or taking samples or what, but because of course I don't remember any of it, but that's what you told me.
Yeah, yeah. It was bad.
Yeah. But sir, this is let's say tip of the iceberg. Okay, you scratch the surface, but the stuff is that Mengele was about or is about because they made some sort of immortal from him via those cultic-ish. I don't know. I'm not into cults, and I never will be. Okay, because this is dark stuff, and I don't wanna bother my soul with that. The thing is, their ultimate plan was to get you out of the of Earth, to get you back to the back, because they believe that you are Zetic reticuli, so Zetas, to Zeta planet, and that will be it. Okay, as I said, then they realized shortly before approximately half of the flight, okay, we've got the wrong one, and they sent you back. That's it.
Then they well, I don't know. I'm assuming that it's not an accident. He ended up being in Detroit when they started doing all of that stuff with the androids, because then he met this guy.
Ended up in Detroit. In Detroit is pretty much another part of their plan with you, because you was able to, or you should be able, I don't know, to at least what is written here, to determine who is Android and who is not. Because as I said, those androids are massively exporting. They start to export it in approximately in COVID era, or maybe 2 years before COVID, from Japan, and you cannot determine if someone is android or not, because not skin, but STPE, like super thermoplastic elastomer material, that kind of perfectly fake like skin. No, you cannot. Internal heating, yes. I don't know, for example, breathing, yes, no problem. And you, what is written here? That you've got ability to determine who is Android and who is not, and that is your purpose, to be in Detroit. And if you will move out or want to move away from Detroit, they will make you obstacles. It is literally written here.
Yeah,
They will
I
make
that.
you obstacles.
But it's not impossible for him to leave if he wanted.
The question is, what does they mean, quotes, obstacles? It is not more specified here, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know in which kind of level of making obstacles they want to go. I don't know. I mean, I know some nasty cases of making people like really hard time, giving people hard time. That's true. But I don't want to go into details, because I don't want to, it will look like, hey, Peter is threatening me. Nah, I don't want to go into details, but if they want to screw someone's lives, they can do so in this nasty. Believe me, it is nasty.
It's like American Ultra. where he couldn't leave. He'd start to leave the town, and then he'd start.
You know what? Yes, pretty much as you said, Jessica. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like.
So
Because it is not specified obstacles. Period.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know what does it mean in this specification.
Right. He went to visit his brother. His brother was very ill, and he went out of state. And tell them what happened when you went out of state.
In 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother was dying of esophageal cancer in Kentucky, and I went down there to see him before he passed, and I asked him for a Detroit Tigers baseball cap to remember him by and stuff.
I know.
He went off on me and accused me of trying to get his stuff and got real nasty with me. So I ended up having to leave early. My mother and sisters were there, and it was very embarrassing. And because it's certainly not what I was trying to get his stuff. That was not what I was doing. But I ended up leaving early, and on my way back home, I had an accident where I slipped off the freeway and hit a semi. 3 times I hit that semi, and it broke out my back window and sent me flying to the side of the freeway. But I was uninjured. My daughter and her boyfriend were both with me, and none of us got hurt. The car was damaged, but still drivable.
Okay.
And I survived.
Give me a second, sir. Sir.
All right.
This is what I'm saying. This is what they wrote. Obstacles, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
This is it. It is not more specified, but this is it. Obstacles, and give me a second. The whole world, all capitals, obstacles, exactly as this word back, all the capitals and obstacles. And if someone if normal text is no standard written, with small letters and one certain specific word with all the capitals, that means, okay, we are meaning this serious. You know what I'm trying to say? Serious.
Then he wanted to move. I said, why don't you move down with your sister in Florida? And he contacted, he was talking to his sister back and forth. And then a big storm came and wiped out her house. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? It was like,
Jessica, please. Do you remember? Do you heard what I'm saying? You heard what I said?
No,
Obstacles.
They want to give you a hard time. They do. They definitely do. And they've kept him isolated over there, which I feel bad because it's not easy. People I know what it feels like too. They kind of want to control everything around you, and it's like, this is bullshit.
This is it. If they really want to control the things,
they could create weird scenarios around. Yeah.
They will, it is like, it is just a storm or something. Sir, nothing in this creepy, crappy life is coincident. Okay? We don't believe on coincidences. We are way too old for that crap. We are past for this time.
Jimmy, if I was a smoker, I'd be smoking now too. I know. So for crying out loud, it's bullshit.
Okay, sir.
And then I got hit by a
since age 14, I am smoking. Guilty.
Yeah.
Cigarettes too.
Yeah.
So Peter, all right. So now then he contacts me and he goes to this place, Tim Hortons, who is a very well-known hockey player from Canada, right? He opened up a coffee shop. He died early from a car accident in 1974. We looked it up. So he goes every day to this coffee shop near where he lives. And then he meets this guy who says he's homeless. who he questions whether or not he's homeless because the guy doesn't smell. He's very well dressed, but he has the same story over and over again, and his behavior is weird, right? Go ahead, Jimmy.
Yeah, he's very strange acting, and he has all these props and stuff with him. You know, all these. I don't know if he had a backpack. Yeah, he had all this stuff with him, and he just talked real crazy, but he was friendly. And
what does it mean, crazy, sir? What does it mean?
He just acted funny. He wasn't normal. He acted like he was very eccentric, and he talked about real strange stuff. I had a hard time following him. But
Sir, I am talking about strange stuff too.
Yeah, I know.
He's saying like everyday stuff, like people won't say in a coffee shop, No,
I understand that. Yeah.
And
definitely.
he'd go in there and he was standing around. He was being loud sometimes or whatever. Nobody would say anything to him. And
yeah, and he would play not audio recordings of, and he was listening to them all the time. And I didn't know what they were because he was talking, so I couldn't really listen to what these things were discussing. But it was just a very, very strange situation for me. And then when I told Jess about it, she told me he was an android.
That was definitely, I mean, without any room for discussion, android.
Yeah, his name was Gregory.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah.
Give me a second, sir. Did you know that Gregory is a latest 12th generation of series of androids in US?
Oh.
No, sir. No. Are you kidding me? Okay, great. I'm so, let's say, disappointed that you cannot remember Project Ibis, because if you are intuitive, and you are, then they need to make goddamn good job in wiping your memories out.
Yes.
This is because, go ahead.
All right, so then there's this other part where all right, no, so we bring up the Tim Hortons thing. I don't have a Tim Hortons over here, so I go to the coffee shop. I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden some guy opens up the door like he's ready to leave, and he stops and he looks at me. He says, "Hi, have a nice day," or something like that. I made a point to do that. I looked at him and I'm like, that guy looks like Jimmy, but he acted like he knew me. And I got up, I looked around. I have no idea where he went. I kind of walked outside, and like once I've thought about it, I thought, let me check on it. Then I went to another coffee shop like months later, and there's this guy standing outside arguing with the police.
Oh my.
And he looks like Jimmy. I took pictures.
Hey, stop, I believe you.
And then I ended up talking to that guy another time, and he's not he's Italian descent. He looks like Jimmy, but he sounded different from Jimmy. And he said, he told me this whole story. It was almost like Jimmy in another reality, And then I went to Home Depot, and then there's another guy with a wife that looked like Jimmy. And I
want to say you something. Why you are wondering once we are talking about reality bleed truth? No, be honest with me. The thing is, okay, so they wiped your memories out in order to send you here, because they, and that's the problem, it totally got out of their control how many androids are there out. I mean, in Detroit's area. But what the heck, they believe so in the first place. Androids will only order another androids. I mean, from eShop and blah blah. Jesus Christ, it's crap.
So
Androids will not say human alike people, hey, go here. Nah. Oh my goodness. Hey, androids are like AI based crap. Jeez.
right, and we had another one who went by the name of Nim, Nim.
I know who is Nim. Nim is 15th generation of androids, and they are very very hostile, very bad.
Yeah, he was the leader of them here, I guess, is what I understood.
And you understood good.
I think they have a war on humanity, to be honest with you. That's why I called it the Wars of Nim, because they are, creating these hive minds or gathering, maybe communicating with the other androids to organize and get involved. And I did some extensive research in some of the earlier shows, which I'll probably link here, regarding who Nim is, and it's, yeah, like whatever their plans are is pretty. It's a lot about controlling, right, Peter? Unless you know more, you know more.
Definitely, you are right. Definitely, you are right. Jeez.
And this, they're created by, these androids are created by, is this Mobius?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are they doing to me, Peter? What's going on now at the present time?
I mean, you are, and that's a dicey topic. Okay?
Dicey topic?
Dicey topic means that you are not living.
What?
You are not living.
What do you mean is not living?
We are not talking with real person right now, but with bleed truth of a person in another reality. Yeah, I know, it's crap.
Huh. Whoa.
And that is the reason of hostility. Your brother, problems with your sister's house, and everything. I will tell you, sir, it's easy. If you don't belong to this reality, and if you are some sort of unease to this, let's say, vibrational potential of this reality looks at you as someone or something what doesn't belongs here, and it will makes problem on you. Okay? Problem.
So they brought him back here where he didn't belong. And what is happening to these other realities? Are they?
No, Jessica. James belongs here, but not this James, because if this will be you as you will be able to remember Project Ibis, to remember the whole research process and everything. And they were that kind of goddamn good at wiping out your memories that pretty much it's not you as you, but only some sort of small part of you, let's call it fragment of you, right? I don't know how can I call it like that. And I will tell you something. It is like you have the light bulb, okay? And there is a contact. And if contact is good, light bulb is shining, okay? If contact is bad, light bulb is dead. I don't want to say that, but it is not shining. And if it is like 50-50 contact, it is flickering. That means your body is fine, everything's fine, but you will get certain problems with remembering things, certain periods of your lives and everything will starts not making sense and on and on and on and on. This is it. This is like uneasy contact with this reality.
Yeah, he's had problems with interacting with his family.
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Which doesn't make any sense.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Also, I saw he was connected to the Agarthans, which you brought up like the Nordics, and I'm wondering
That's
if
correct.
they too had some involvement. Yeah,
that's correct.
And do you have any
This
advice?
is not okay. This is not okay. Oh my.
What's your advice, Peter?
First things first. Remembering things, and then it will start to work. Remembering things. I'm not expert in this field. Okay, I don't want to say do it because I never did so. Okay, but if you are okay with that, Jessica, try to do so. Regression hypnosis, and then it is goddamn important for us. Project Ibis. Start to remember Project Ibis, who those guys were, because we can see only those scientists' faces and their initials. That's it. It's nothing more here. It should be like ultra, let's say ultra. You know what I mean? Secret. Like if it is not written here, it's like that's crap. Or maybe they are outer Earth and they looks like a humans. Who the heck knows? I'm just guessing.
Well, this is related to Nazis, right?
Definitely, it's related to Nazis. Definitely, without any room for discussion. That's 100% true.
Right.
Jeez. We are talking, but because pretty much Project Ibis is Monarch stuff. Project Ibis is their stuff. But the thing is, it will be that helpful. Crap. For us, it will be very helpful. I don't know, Jessica, what do you think? Maybe it's way too dangerous for James, but who the heck?
I've got another person I want you to look at who wanted to talk to you anyhow. And he called himself his name is, but he called himself James, and he remembers a lot of stuff. And I'm wondering if it's connected to Jimi. Let me see if I can get a image of him.
Maybe, who the heck knows? Because this is I'm so pissed off right now.
You're pissed. Yeah.
I am pissed off not at you. Hey, stop, sir.
No,
I'm pissed off at them, at them because it is important. And okay, I will say it as it is. Okay, sir. After that, what they made to you, lobotomy, then mind wipe by crazy high electric current. They are writing here 22 kilowatts. You can be happy that you are alive. 22 kilowatts.
They wanted to make sure I was white.
Definitely 100% sure. 22 kilowatts is enough, sir, to kill an elephant. Not one person.
Ah, damn. Peter, you don't have to call me sir.
Why?
You can call me.
You served in the army in the first place, and in the second place you are older, sir. Stop.
I know, but you can call me Jimmy. I don't mind.
Okay, Jimmy, as you said, no problem.
You're my brother.
Thank you. Thank you, Jimmy. The thing is, now it is written here how the whole process, mind wipe process went. They got you intravenously, so via syringe injection. I'm not a chemician. I even don't want to dare to read this. Long story short, some sort of very specific chemical compound. It is some sort of neurotoxin. So let's say they got it as a mix from snakes, but not in order to kill you, in order to attack your brain and your neurocenter for memories. They have very specific. Then after a certain short amount of time, they give you antidote because they don't want to kill you. Just wiped your mind, okay? Jimmy, just wipe your mind. And after they was sure, my bad, they were sure. You didn't knew anything, even what's your name? And you wasn't able to speak, wasn't able to, I don't know, to walk. You walk like a baby on all of your fours. I mean, you know, like legs and on. You wasn't able to hold spoon or knife, like absolutely, okay? Okay, now it works. They got you on the trip chair. 22,000 volts. Bam. And that's it. Jimmy, that it is as it is. That's it.
Peter, can you look at this? Is that the James you're looking for?
Stop. What? Are you sure? What is? Oh my goodness. Definitely is.
Okay. It's not his real name is, but he goes by the name of James. In when I do shows with him, James Lee.
And I just want to say, Jimmy, rather, this is crazy. I mean it for real, okay? With this type of mind wipe, you can be happy that you are alive in the first place. You can speak. You I don't know, like you can hear, you can see, you can, I don't know, you are able to read, to write, to drive a car or something like that. You can count the basic stuff. I mean it for real, Jimmy, everything. This is fucking crazy. Gee.
You said he was in the trip chair, or what happened?
Trip chair. They are calling it with some sort of, like, if you have all of those bull breeds, you know, Excel Bully, Pit Bull Terrier, Staffordshire Bull Terrier, and all of the people are saying it's Pit Bull. Nah, it's not Pit Bull, but you know what I'm trying to say, Jimmy, yeah?
Yeah.
The thing is, they are calling it trip chair, but long story short, this specific chair for electrification, not for executions, like for killing people, just for these purposes, okay? Very similar models as they are using in prisons for electrifications, okay? Very similar, but this is Jessica, you stopped recording?
No, I started it again. I did it by accident.
Okay. I was like, okay. I'm just saying, come on. This is absolutely.
I'm very confused, Peter.
Why?
Because I don't know where this is not computing with me. I don't understand really what the hell's been going on my whole life, and now I'm really confused.
Jimmy, I never said that I will be easy. I will said, well, I was said, like, okay, This is what is written here. And I'm specifically very pissed off at them. They completely wiped out your memories. I'm so pissed off at that.
Yes. Me too.
And they did goddamn good job at that. This is not okay.
I've had quite a few instances in my life where I came very close to death, Peter. Not just that one where I hit the semi in 2020, but I was hit by a car in a grocery parking lot in 2021 and knocked 10, 15 feet in the air and damn near killed me right there. And I didn't even have a broken bone. But ever since then, I've had a lot of problems with my breathing.
And this is it. That is the reason why they believe, my bad, Zetas believe that you are not quotes. They are calling like us like people, okay?
Uh-huh.
They don't believe because from their point of view, you shouldn't be alive. Like exactly after the whole accidents you had, like nah. At that age and everything, he should be dead. And they still, despite 2001 incident, let's call it incident, okay? I mean, you saw UFO and all kind of that stuff. Despite of that, they ensured themselves that you are not one of them. They are still doubting. I don't understand what you are, what to say here.
That's why I'm confused. I don't understand either. I'm like, what?
I mean, I don't want to bring confusion to your life. Sorry for that.
No, it's all this stuff that's happened to me is confusing. And now that I'm getting some explanation for it, it's not really making it clearer. It's like, what in the hell is the purpose here?
The purpose is, I will tell you, Jimmy, it's easy, okay? You as being born, okay? No matter year and all kind of that stuff. Let's say we are getting your standard stuff, 53 and everything, okay? The thing is, whoever, we are doing it. But let's say people making experiments, you know, they were taking specifically children with some sort of anomalies inherited from their descendants. That's it. That's it.
Yes. Jess, should we tell them about my grandpa? Grandpa Jimmy?
Yeah, whatever you want to talk about, Jimmy. Whatever you want to bring up.
Well, he was talking about my descendants and what my grandfather and my mother's father was named Jimmy Conley. I was named after him. And he brought his family over here in about 1925 and had my mother a few years later. So he came over here from Scotland. And he was Irish. Him and my grandmother were both Irish, but they moved here from Scotland. And Jess told me he was a very, like a red-haired giant or something. That had something to do with Tiamat.
Because this is what is written here. Irish people, right. It means like this is written here. And I don't understand what does it mean, to be perfectly honest. But it is like people from Ireland are right. That means like they have specific DNA or something. I don't understand. It is not explained here.
Uh-huh.
It is like, okay. specific, give me a second. 70 to 80% of Irish population have specific and highly probable DNA profile for our thing, in quotes, our thing. And this is not okay once I'm reading our thing, because our thing, that means experiments. It's bad. This is not okay. And I mean it for real, not okay. Oh my goodness. This is not okay. I don't understand the whole. I mean, I understand, but who the heck just choose which kind of family will be born in, Mm-hmm. It's crappy eugenics, Jessica. Right? Jesus Christ. I don't understand the whole stuff. I mean, I understand, but I mean, it's not okay. It shouldn't be done in the first place. Jesus. And they, give me a second. Okay. So finally, look, Jimi is easy. Now, I mean, in the first place, now, in most cases, I am talking about those things in the very start of the conversation. Finally, we got to the back. Where should we start? But it is only here. You, as being 3 days old, was taken from the hospital but by teleportation system, stolen from Nazi Germany. Okay? And you was taken to another reality when when and where Mengele was about to make someone special from you. It is written like that here, in quotes, someone special. What they did mean, they are not specific about it here. I don't know what does it mean, someone special, because it can be in many ways. Special, what is it? The thing is, as I said, 1913 and on, the same stuff. But then oh my God. Oh, great, Project Ibis. Then you met Jessica. Do you remember year 4495?
That was one of the people that we talked to.
All of you guys met as another unit of Elite SAD Commando in 4495. Jesus Christ.
Oh, that was with Elijah, right?
This is not okay. Okay. Project Ibis is crazy. Okay, Project Ibis is crazy. Okay, thank you. Project Ibis is absolutely crazy. So you was in a year 4,275, 4,275, 4,495, and all of those years, in order to, quote, collect elite agents to create specific special commando rate. And you was 30 years old, physically. Project Ibis. And your task was collect crystals, or Project Crystal, and there is a writing here, collect crystals, and there are very complex instructions what crystals are, in which type of like which kind of crystal should be first, another second, and on and on. Those quotes crystals are balls, see-throughable balls, 1 inch in diameter, full of rare stones like diamonds, opals, agates, and all kind of that stuff. And you cannot see them or touch them. They are ethereal. That means from another layer, from another density. And they send another agents to another timelines and context of existence far to the future. And you was about to, okay, guys, we need to somehow group up together and send back, I mean, wide open to 5,785 in order to send back to the future, in order to send back to year quotes 0, when a creationist theory started. That means like quotes world started, according to the Bible. According to the Bible. This is crazy. Project Ibis is crazy. Project Ibis is crazy, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've got all the balls. There is photo and there is video footage and photo, many photos. Like all the balls are here. And you were just staring at the balls like, this is it, what we just went through the time and everything for. It's so funny. You just stare at them, all of you just stare at them. It's like, huh? This is the balls? That is the reason? Oh my goodness. No. Jessica, okay, it's officially done.
I need another cup of coffee at this point or something.
Jessica, I will tell you something. This is officially done.
Jimmy, maybe I'll start smoking.
No,
Why?
What
is wrong, Jessica? I never did anything bad. What is?
Don't do it. She's just joking. I know she's not going to do that.
What is?
Go get your coffee.
And I will tell you something. Okay, give me a second. And then Makabushi appeared. Great. So another female, what so forth, from Makabushi, Tokabushi, and Semabushi. 3 sisters from another anime reality, but they were way too real. And they were saying it's crap because it is not year 0/year 1. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And all of you are staring at them, guys, and asking them, what you are saying about? What are you talking about? Are you that stupid? It should be year 0. Nothing. Plain nothing. And you are in a huge city. Is this year 0? And you were like, smash with your palm to the face. This is not year 0. Do you know what that means? Oh my goodness.
Where were they if they were not in year 0?
This is not written here. This is not written here. But it was, hey, Jessica, it was a high advanced city. It is like cyberpunk, not 2.0, but like 10 or 12.0. It's absolutely crazy.
Is it everything was Android?
No, people, but living in extreme high tech, advanced tech, what so forth. And by Bible/Torah or Talmud it is, I don't know, for Hebrew people, I think it is Torah. it should be year 0. But you apparently wasn't in year 0. So something messed up with time. Was messed up with time. But why the heck you cannot remember Project Ibis? It's unfair. Because without Project Ibis, you wasn't be able to time travel. This is not fine.
I never even heard that name before until you just said it today, Peter. So
Never?
No, never talked about Project Ibis.
Yeah, I've never heard of it until today. So
I know it's connected to Toth for sure. He's crazy. He's a crazy being. Very, very old.
What we are talking about approximately?
he's the one with the bird head.
Yeah, Atlantis.
Yeah, but which
Egypt.
kind of year time frame we are talking about?
What's the time frame you have for Atlantis and ancient Egypt?
Oh no.
But like you said, in time, time is relative.
Yeah, time is very relative. Jeez. But practically you will very help us, but this type of mind wipe, okay? As I said, Jimmy,
Yeah.
brother,
Yes.
you really can be happy that you are alive. This is absolutely crazy.
Yes.
This type of mind wipe, oh my God.
So if he's connected to James Lee, then is it bad for him to talk to James Lee?
Please don't even try to touch each other. Just shake the hand. Nope, definitely not.
Right.
Otherwise, someone will be trapped in certain small space.
What about internet?
No problem.
Skype?
No problem.
Yep. Well,
Jessica,
he'll be interested to hear this.
This is session we made.
I don't know. They've all been a little brand of crazy, that's for sure. Yeah.
But you just collected all of those guys and tell them we need to group together and make a team. But do you know what is crazy? Once they saw you, all of them were like, where the heck you been all the time? It was so weird. They saw you and it's like, where the heck you been? It's not normal. What took you so long? And it was like, me? You've been traveling here and there? So crazy, jeez.
The thing about Jimmy, which is, I know a lot of people early on, they'd be like, what's going on with your discussions with Jimmy? And because Jimmy is not, there's no like conspiracy with him. He's not like someone that's dabbling in some kind of fringe science or, he doesn't have any strong political associations with any extreme group. There's nothing. Just he's a regular down-to-earth guy. And there was
as we saw, apparently, as we can hear, apparently not.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's like the more I would talk to him, the more we discover that there's like some really weird things happening here, and that he's been around for a while and he's been very active. And so I was like, I can't believe what I was seeing half the time. And when we started talking about the androids around him and everything, and you talked about Detroit Become Human as an actual thing, it all started to come together, and we were like, Jimmy's right there, he's involved. But there was that weird isolation part that made sense to me. And and then he had that bad incident in the grocery store. There was a woman that kind of lured him over and said, oh, look at, here's a picture, this guy looks like you, and had him distracted. So almost like it was a setup. So then he would walk over, a car out of nowhere hits him, doesn't even get in trouble for it. Nobody in the grocery store would comply with showing any footage of it. The police didn't really do anything about it, and he didn't even, get any compensation. It was like they got angry at him and they hit him, and he really suffered. Like there was no one going over to help him. He didn't have any nurses. He went through this whole thing by himself. I felt bad. I mean, obviously I couldn't be there, but he even has relatives and they didn't come over. Like, I don't know. It was horrible. Absolutely horrible. So.
And I'm still
Not horrible, but absolutely crap. Total crap.
I still have the effects of it today.
Yeah.
I believe you, Jimmy. I believe you.
My breathing was at that from that day on. My breathing has been, bad.
Yeah. Just by the way, you was maybe kind of surprised. I don't know in which way, but it's why I'm calling you. I was called you like sir. It's the military. If someone is older and served and all kind of that stuff, that is codex of military, called sir, someone sir, not some, so you know that.
I was never more than a private in the Army though.
Only private?
Yeah.
It is kind of weird because here, are you 100% sure? Because in official stuff you are captain. It is kind of crap.
I went in the Army as a private E1. I made it to PFC for a week, I think, and I was busted back down to a private E1 before I got out.
Vietnam.
Give me a second. It is written here that you are a captain. It doesn't make sense.
Huh.
It is written here, and it's official database. I mean, database from DOD. I'm not kidding you.
No, I was never an officer at all. I'm never even close.
This is
not in this reality, anyway.
I mean, stop. This is you are just making jokes, but this is important because technically, and this is it. They wiped the memories out. Jeez. The question is, where are all the money? Because they are sending you money, or at least it looks like that.
I'm not getting any money from them.
What?
I'm not getting any money from the Army or the government.
Jimmy. Okay, I like humor, but this is not even close to be funny. There are records for retiree, okay? And this is not small. It's not small amount of money, okay?
Well, I get Social Security and a pension from my job with the state, and that's all I get. Nothing big.
Jessica, something is terribly wrong here.
Well, we worked with that other guy that, we'll just call him Dutch because of the movie that he was connected to. And I'm not talking about
Dutch. Yeah.
I'm not talking about Rolf. Rolf is Dutch, but this guy, this
Dutch.
on the movie Dutch.
This is not okay.
We haven't shared that with the public yet, but he was getting money. They said that they had him enlisted, even though he never was. The VA was going to help him. I think they wanted to send him money and all sorts of stuff. And he says he had no memory of being in there. And according to the records, he was in the military. But
definitely because Jessica, I'm involved in military for more than 3 decades. And I can literally, in very first glance, how long? And it was like, what? How long you served in military? And it was like, nah, Dutch. And it's like, what? It's you can see it. You can from the voice, tone of voice, what you are talking about, how you are speaking, the body language, gestures, everything, period. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is messed up. Everything of this is Do you have any logical explanation for this, Jessica? Because I don't know. I mean, in the case, and I'm not arguing, okay, Jimmy, in the case you don't get any money to your account, what is wrong here? This is the question, because this is official database. Normal people, civilian people don't get access to that, but you are not civilian. I mean, yeah, retiree, but technically you got the officer as a captain, period.
Right.
No questions asked. And if you cannot remember it, there is only one logical explanation, and you know this explanation, Jimmy. Mind wipe. But where the heck are all the money? This is
Someone's getting it.
someone, yes, but if you do you have any relatives they can potentially, I need to say that aloud, okay? Please don't get this as a offense. Can someone misuse that? Like said, this is your account, this is my account, and on the story.
No, there's no. He's not
know.
living with anyone. No one's taking advantage of him, like, you know, going in and.
Because I'm absolutely confused. The monthly payments, and they are high amounts of money.
How much?
I'm talking about high enough to live comfy life in California, for example.
Whoa.
Okay, you wanna exact number? No problem. You will get 50 grand per month.
What?
$50,000.
That's more than I get in a year.
Sorry, I don't wanna. But you asked direct question, direct answer. Okay.
Yeah. Well, who's getting it though? Not me.
And there is the stuff. Half of it are for specific, you know, missions. And I will tell you something. As you helped to solve SAD, very, very complicated situation in Vietnam, technically. This is absolutely crazy. Who the fudge are getting those money?
I never served in Vietnam that I remember, Peter.
No, not you as a person. I'm saying getting information, okay? Getting information.
But you were involved in the Vietnam, during the time of Vietnam, you were recruited or drafted.
Yeah.
Yes, and the situation is, give me a second, situation is you should be 30 years old. In 63, yes. So re-aging, de-aging, doesn't matter. It is officially written here. $50,000 per month. It is absolutely crazy.
He was brought in as supposed to be part of the platoon group, and the platoon group, just about all of them died brutally. And he was never sent over to Vietnam. He said that, you told me earlier, Jimmy, if you were sent there, you probably would have gotten killed too.
Right. But I was in the division that was the same division that was in Vietnam that got wiped out. And they made the movie about it. And I came in there after they had been through their ordeal over there. And they were replenishing the forces. When I got over there was hardly anyone in the 25th Infantry.
I know, but you need to remember one thing. Did you ever heard, did you ever heard about Project Rainbow?
No.
Okay, if I will say Agent Orange.
I've heard of it, yes.
Yes, and Agent Orange, Red, Green, Blue. So Project Rainbow. This is it, you know? That's it. That's it what I'm talking about. This is absolutely crazy what it was about, you know?
He's not supposed to be here, so everything's out of whack. right?
Jessica, actually, yeah, 100% sure. Yeah, everything is kind of dicey right here, because as you said, you shouldn't be here technically, Jimmy, because they believed falsely. They believed in the monarch that you will not survive the mind wipe. And it is the video footage here. There were many people after the mind wipe, and they were throwing them out of the certain of them from the cars, like it's like some sort of off-roads to the bushes and something like that. After a few miles, another of them just open the parachute and just go from the airplane, AC Hercules AC-13 130 and on and on and on. Jesus Christ.
So
And
aside,
they believed that you will not survive. So they didn't kill you directly, but they believe you will not survive the whole incident instead.
you mean that when he got hit by the car?
No, in the first place, after the mind wipe, okay? And then they set it up, the whole incidents, and maybe you cannot remember all of the incidents, but during the, give me a second. Okay. 24 incidents. So -2. 22 and other incidents you cannot recall. Like almost being killed. But not being killed, okay?
And who's protecting him?
Council of 5. Oh no! Sorry, this is so funny.
Gary?
You made crazy dance of Italo Disco with Jerry.
Jimmy loves music. Yeah, Jimmy loves music. So
This is so funny.
I haven't been listening to it lately, though.
But I'm just saying. Sorry. This is so funny. Oh my goodness. And okay, officially. That's officially. Okay, Jimmy, you are guilty, period. Who bring this huge coffee machine? Oh my goodness. And Jerry started rage, being happy because of the coffee. Oh my god. Jerry is small matter, very small, full of energy always, making funny stuff, and he loves 2 things: Italo disco and coffee. He can drink 4 or 5 barrels of coffee per day. Oh my goodness. And never get enough. This is so good.
So the Council of 5 is protecting me, Peter?
Yes, I don't quite understand why. Give me a second. I know why. How many children you have?
2.
And I will tell you.
2 daughters.
Yeah. And one son-in-law of you,
Yeah.
is a murderer.
He's a what?
A murderer.
the grandson?
Yeah.
He's talking about my son-in-law, he said.
No, his grandson.
Yeah, grandson, and yeah, but technically the stuff. A murderer.
What? A murderer?
A murderer is alien race.
Oh.
Yeah, connected to the Council of 5. Well, you know what? He loves his grandson. His grandson's his Makes him the happiest, huh, Jimmy?
Yeah, he's the son I never had. And so is his dad.
That's so good.
He treats me well.
How old is he?
Who, my grandson?
Hmm?
My grandson just turned 23 on the 23rd.
But that's good, isn't it?
And his dad is 53.
Uh-huh.
That's his in-law, his son-in-law.
Son-in-law, yeah.
So I mean, you can be happy. Surrounded by matters, it can be fun for forever, pretty much. I mean, from this point of view, we are pretty much in the end, because technically, you was back again to our timeline by amateurs. You was dragged back to our timeline by amateurs. From
Okay,
here,
so-
minus 5,700, and we know.
So that's so we can help Jimmy after everything that happened to him, right?
Not me, you maybe.
Yeah.
I cannot make regression stop. Thank you very much. I mean, I know you don't like it, but you know, military is military. Thank you very much for your talk. It was pleasure for me, sir.
Well, I didn't have a good time in the Army, Peter. I didn't enjoy being owned.
You know, the
That's
thing
okay.
is that it is.
You can
You
say, from a soldier to a soldier, you can, say.
I
hey,
understand. I
understand.
understand. I understand.
They like to control everything, and I don't like being controlled. So
Well, it looks like they control you a lot still.
Yeah.
So you have to
Yeah.
work on that.
I didn't even know that, but
It's
I
all
thought-
connected.
I thought
Any-
once I got out, I was out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is as it is.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I've been out for 50 years, so I didn't know I was still being controlled by them. But
Well, you should know that it was hard for you to leave there or to be in a relationship or to do anything. It's been hard for you.
yes,
That's kind of good.
I've never been in a good relationship with a woman, so
Tell me something about it.
I wish.
You have been watching Disclosures. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Visit www.acio-official.org and www.readingsbyarael.com to book a private session with Jessica. Feel free to support our work. All links can be found in the description. Thank you, and until next time.